Hello guys, we are back again with Itg Scrims. So this is the beginning of match 1 here, and let's look at the maps, shall we? So we conduct 5 maps every day, 2 maps starting Erangel, the third match Sandhawk, followed by the last 2 matches of Miramar. And let's switch to in-game and let's see what all is happening here. So we see that the plane path is a bit southwestern here, starting from the hospital, the southern side of the hospital area, and goes all the way to the eastern side of Sosnovka military base. So we see the teams have started to approach their drop locations. We see 2 teams approaching the Georgopol, the southern Georgopol area. 3 teams actually, in fact. And we see a couple of teams approaching ruins, Puchinki and school area. A few teams going towards Primorsk, Feripea and Kori. This time we see a couple of teams approaching the Sosnovka Island as well, since we have experienced a lot of military zones recently. One team is approaching Malta. They're very far from any team nearby. They can loot in peace. They'll have the whole Malta farm area reserved for their own teams. Now we see 3 people approaching team 6, approaching the Deccan PC split, their usual one, and 1 team going for the Watertown area and the ruin split. And as we see, 1 team has started looting in the hospital area, 1 team for the southern Georgopol. We are hearing some gunshots here in Puchinki. And in Primorsk we have team 13 and team 15 sharing grounds, and that goes the first kill of the match by Chicken Cutter here. In military we see 2 teams, team 2 and team 3, and team 11 are patrolling the borders of military base. Team 5 in an interesting split here. Ghostly Boy is in a very difficult situation. Well, Theodore Neisel, we see his performance has been on peak. I'll give some heavy damage. That's he lost almost half of his HP here. Let's see who will win this round. And there goes Ghostly Boy, gives a knock to Neisel. Will go for the finish. He's given him some damage, and there is a basement here. Well, that's a finish on Neisel. Very nice try by Neisel here by pushing the only guy who's in their compound, but unfortunately he loses the fight. And was the second kill of the map. Now in terms of kill ranking, Chicken Cutter was the first one to score the kill, second one was Ghostly Boy. 2 teams are on top, contesting each other in terms of kill points. And we see guarding the military bridge here. He'll experience quite a lot of teams crossing this bridge, and Milta bridge is guarded by team 7. They will have sight over people who will cross and take this route to get out of the military base. You see here the Spyro's canine bullets are floating outside his magazine here. It's a weird game glitch, but I hope PUBG is seeing this one. Now let's see the map. What all is happening? The cubes. Poor Saber taking a rotation, experiencing fights. It's a very bad decision. And there goes his knock, and he is finished. NXP Napim finishes him with a car explosion. Some free loot for the boys here. Watra is very close to Nandu. Nandu has hurt his bike. Watra is AFK, I guess. And there goes. We see Wits Gaming approaching with a boat to rescue Ghostly Boy. Well, we see the remaining two people of Team 5 safely being on the main island here. I don't think so there's a way down, way up. Most likely Ghostly Boy is going to jump on Wait and he will try to catch him. Well, we see Team 7 not in the mood to camp the bridge. That's very polite of them. Blank and his team is successfully able to cross it. Well, I can't be sure of the two other teams who will try to cross it even further in the near future. A lot of teams are trying to make rotations through the Georgia Paul Bridge here. Well, here's Spyro's Team 10 trying to take shots. Agent Crown here decides to take a nice maneuver around them and divert the sprays. Team 17, 3 guys, 1 Hummer, finds himself in a difficult situation, tries to escape, takes some shots here, and is able to escape it. That's nice. Well, as you can see, there's a high tension area developing between Watertown and Roshawk. You see 3 teams totally in line of sight of each other. Team 1, we see 3 people alive. We lost Theatre and Isol very early on to Ghostly Boy. So finally, the Sosnovka Island has been evacuated in a very safe and polite manner. There were no casualties while escaping Sosnovka here. Team 13 is still taking some damage in the blue, though we see 2 people of Team 13. Oh, this is Team 15, another team, okay. This was the team who hot dropped in Primorsk and managed to get away. So they're going to take the same route and entering the zone which is being patrolled right now by 4 teams on the 4 either directions. So these 2 bridges might be a bad decision to make their way through to the northern side of this circle. And Team 3 has a very nice vision on the rotations which are happening. Hopefully they can back some kills here if they'll try to cut the rotations properly. Well, you see they have vision and they couldn't find anyone lurking around in those compounds. It seems to a very empty area. Alright, so we see we are into phase 2 here, boys. Yeah, 16 teams alive and 57 people alive and 16 teams, 9 minutes into the match. Well, we see some sprays going on the teams which are trying to rotate. Team 10 finds themselves a safe passage while crossing the bridge. Team 16 unable to cut that rotation properly. They are trying to deal some damage but unable to connect some shots here. Team 10 safely crossing the bridge, leaving Team 16 hopes crushed to gain some kills here. We see Team 2 having an interesting spot. This is a very nice area if the zone tries to pivot around this area, or else a hard shift will result in very less area which they can cover on this map, because I guess the whole southern part is very clustered here. Eclectic experiencing some sprays from Team 4. We see some shots being exchanged between Team 1 and Team 17. They're trying to destroy the vehicles. Delta Mix pushes into the compounds of Team 16 here. They are the two people who are inside the zone safely. Chicken Cutter with a very nice escape on his bike, flips around and manages to stay alive, taking shots from multiple directions here, and there goes. There goes. That was a very bad decision to rotate from this spot, and so late into the game. That has resulted in demise of Chicken Cutter. And we see a chaos happening here. And we have lost Dantiaman as well here. Team 2 safe in their spot, no one is shooting at them. 7 uses are for them to take, but that's on the edge of the zone, so they might not do that. And we see 5 developing here, Y1 taking some shots on Gopal Gatani. Was a very well placed move, but Hunter and Amit Kolzera finds 2 players of Team 6 and eliminates them. Team 4 taking a good control of the hill here. And as we see, Team 2 has been pushed out of the zone. Blank taking some shots on Funview with his arm. Knocks him down. Will try to finish him, and that goes. A kill confirmed. 1 point goes to Blank here on Team 2. So these guys have decided to move inside the zone as the most likely area which they'll be able to take is to contest, because Amit is approaching Team 16 here, the remaining 2 people. As we saw earlier that Team 16 lost 2 people on the fight near the bridge. Alright, Kolzara heard that car, gives the call to his teammates, and Sand Pirates might have an eye on Amit. Yes, he does. He will take shots. He has a K9. 1 shot might result in a knock here. Amit heard that K9 shot, won't peek again, will he? That's a very brave move. Amit Kolzara tags him with a 38. And Team 2 has surrounded, has approached near to Amit's support. Team 16 decides to fall back and takes the plane crash site here. Team 2 still on the lower grounds to them. We see SA shots knocking down Y1 Gaming here, who earlier had a very nice spray on Gopal Gatani. Manabas PH escaping them. Y1 Gaming still being rescued here. Team 2 very close to Team 16. Hunter VX on the flank. Blank takes the trade, knocks down Senpai. Obviously Kindred only alive. Hunter takes a spray on and is unsuccessful. Kindred will try to finish him. And there goes this very supporting spray from Blank here. Kindred will finish Hunter. Blank falls back as we see Amit and Blank are the only two people alive on Team 2 here. They finish Senpai. Wikirex awaiting a revival. Kindred, let's see what's going on his mind here. And there goes a very nice arm shot from Blank. Eliminates Team 2. The 14th spot. GG Blank. And we see Mansav is crawling in from behind. Takes a spray on Amit. Knocks Vicky down again. Takes Blank. Amit the only guy remaining. Able to finish the team. Yes, he did. Taking 3 kills and eliminating Team 2, taking a very good advantage of them. Let's see what is happening on the other side of the map here. And Sudhi Shetty is very close to Leon, who is totally unaware of Sudhi Shetty's presence here. He's simply healing. Team 10 is eliminated. And we see a very interesting fight happening. Wade's gaming is knock. Ghostly Boy the only guy remaining. And there goes. Team 5 eliminated at 11th spot. A lot of stuff is happening here. And he spots Horace. Knocks him down. Sudhi Shetty and Darth Vader. Leon knocks down, and there goes Darth Vader with a trade. Will he be able to make that trade? And yes, he did. And there goes Team 1. Unable to survive the damage of the zone, but there was a very beautiful trade right before dying from Darth Vader. And there goes Team 14 as well. Team 12 eliminates them. Team 12 with 6 kills now on them. And we see a face-off happening between Fun Deshi School and Hell Novi. Very nice SLR tap from Hell Novi VC. That eliminates Team 3's last player, Pandey Chixel, at spot 7. Now, as we are approaching phase 6 here, we have 6 teams and 21 people alive with us, and 20 minutes into the match. Team 7 pushing Team 8 here. Oscar watching the flanks. Legion on the flank here. Team 7 making it very difficult for our teammate to finish this fight. You see Oscar here gets revived. And Team 13 is eliminated on the 6th spot. Teammate, very lucky for them, as they have eliminated this threat. And we see we have two teams on the southern side. A very good hold from Team 4 on the northeastern side of the circle, and on the eastern side we have Philco, Wesley Suezo trapped and taking shots and getting pinned down from Team 4's Manabus and Vibon Gaming. Team 12 has northwestern side of the zone, very they don't have anyone in close proximity here. They can choose which fight to do third party. What is D-Babies doing here? I think he was trying to loot a body. Yeah, he was indeed. Yep. Let's give you a bird eye view of this battleground. So we are 22 minutes into the match, approaching phase 7 with only 12 people alive. Philco gaining strong grounds on Team 4. Team 12 is approaching from behind. I think this is going to be turning into a very good firefight here very soon. Let's give it a shot. Let's knock instead. And Bybone Gaming on the other hand is knock. He bones him down alive. Will he be able to? He is far from that fire. It was very near though. Yes, there goes nothing. And with the PP Bison. There goes. The spot belongs to Team 7 now. Everyone had those shots. They will push them. Teammates still holding grounds on the southeastern side. Frost Chris might be able to take advantage of teammate here. And Philco takes a knock on Gloomy Sunday. Tries to finish him. And there goes. Bye bye, Gloomy Sunday. See you in the next match. Will Maxius try to steal it? And Maxius, the only guy remaining, somehow benefits aesthetics position in this game. Itg is prone, and Team 7 is eliminated. That's 2v1 here on Maxius, the last guy remaining from teammate, and 2 people on Team 7. That was a very overreaching nade, but it won't do any harm. Maxius still unaware. Aesthetics taking some shots, giving him a position. Maxius giving his best guess on enemy's position here, but he's totally unaware of them, as the smoke is camouflaging the footsteps here. Trying to unload his back, making his profile as sleek as possible while he's crawling down. Team 7 trying to take the central dot of the zone, where ultimately Maxius will need to go. Maxius only with the AR here, totally unaware of aesthetics position on his right side. It's a very nice position by aesthetic and Filco here. Totally trapped. Filco pushing from top. Spots her, takes a spray, and there goes. Team 7 GG with 12 kills. That gives you 22 points in the first match of the day, and it's a very good start for them. So as you can see, the scoreboard right in front of you, and as we approach the second map, let's go on a short break here, and we'll see you at the beginning of the next match. Hello guys, welcome back to the stream. We are on the second map of the day, which is Erangel. And let's look at the flight path here. As we see, the flight path is straight from the center of the zone, center of the map. And we see a lot of teams will be able to approach the locations, but the southern parts I feel are very difficult to approach, like Feripia, Primorsk, Military Island. But I guess the rest of the areas are quite approachable for the teams here. So we see one team going towards the northern part of the Georgopol city. One team as usual taking the hospital. We see another team contesting the same spot. Alright, so they have moved ahead of the hospital. They're taking the southern part of the Georgopol city. We see two teams approaching Gatka. Insecurities tries to divert themselves. Yes, he goes with the car. He'll take the buggy and flee. Now we see one team is approaching Kuchenki, and a lot of teams are approaching Yasnaya here. Hunter directly taking the Stonehill. Well, Yasnaya seems to be a massacre, with almost 3 teams inside and 13 and team 4 in a very close proximity. TL and ISL knocks down Nandu with a car. Lipovka, we have one team for Milta, one team taking the Farm Bridge complex. Well, Team 16 are very peacefully looting the Swamp Town area, and the house is nearby. The only hot drop we are experiencing right now is in Yasna. Rest all of the areas are free of any hot drops. Surprisingly, Pochinki is not being contested today, as we see usually happening in the scrims we host daily. But Yasna is always contested, and we can see today as well it is. So there goes. Phase 1 taking a total eastern turn, excluding all of the teams, almost 50% of the teams outside the zone, leaving them on the western part of the island. A few teams decides to gatekeep the area, gatekeep the borders of this zone. We can see very few people approaching the next phase. Let's see what's happening in Yasna here. Blank and Vicky peacefully looting their own part of Yasna, as they have mutually agreed upon dividing it. Well, we can't be really sure with Team 4, who are unaware of the Yasnaya Treaty. Blank and Vicky will decide. Yes, they are making a move. They're leaving this territory to Team 4 and Team 13 to decide. Take very near to Hunter. Hunter will take the spray. We have Gopal and Ecolitic very close to Hunter. Well, we see Hunter mimicking Echo here. Echo is the one who usually... and there goes. He decides to leave this area. Gopal still stuck here. Where are we, dude? There goes Gopal. Unfortunately, Gopal won't be getting a res anytime soon. And there goes. The rest of the teammates of Team 6 are here for the rescue. What will be Team 2's approach here? They have already 1 point on them. Amit approaching them from behind. That's a very interesting move. A very nice spray from Blank. And there goes Hunter. Dantium and finishes him. Gives him a backstab. Very unfortunate. Dantiam, the only man alive here. Will he be able to take a revenge and give his team a very fair trade? We'll go for the Reds. As Amit Skolzera crawls back to safety. I mean, this nade will finish Eclectic. No, it didn't. Water knocks down Vibon with his car. All the 4 people playing with his body, and crushes him with his wheels. Team 5 safely, and there goes a very nice SKS tap from Narpin. Will finish Bodroy. And we see Echo Sire. That was a very good drive-by from Saber. Very nice trade from Gulshan Gamer here. Finishes Team 2 on 15th spot with only 4 points under their belt. And as we see here, DS Spyro eliminates the team camping outside, and Saber DS Spyro being the only one alive. Only 2 people alive from Team 10. Now they'll start making the move inside the zone, which is already pretty heavily contested. And Veslucio So we see, guys, we are approaching phase 5 here with 27 people alive in 9 teams and 15 minutes, almost 16 minutes into the match. Man Sahab knocking down Insta Papa Havoc. Tuheen Max, the last guy remaining. It's a 1v1 in this compound. Man Sahab already with 2 kills. What will be his strategy? He knows there's one more guy or 2 more. He's not certain. Well, this molly ensures at least a presence of one guy near him. Well, only time will tell who will survive this fight. Who do you bet on, guys? Do let us know in the comments. Well, that's a very risky rotation coming in from NVRJ. They do stop here, leaving them in a very dire situation. SC Shots takes the finishing kill on well, actually his teammates finished him. Heal and ISIL. And we see Tuheen Max getting eliminated by Manabas. Unfortunately, Man Sahab couldn't back that kill. Will he be able to save him? That's a very interesting save here. He's barely on an AHP. A second here or there would have resulted in his death. Team 7 heard the shots. And maybe they're not deciding to push it yet because Team 5 has them surrounded. It's going to be very difficult for them to cross the road and take third party on them. Aesthetic taking some nice shots on Bates. Gives them the opportunity to cross the roads and approach the zone. And there goes Team 5, who earlier had 3 knocks on Team 7. Team 7 did a very nice job. That leaves us with 4 teams and 14 people alive. So we are approaching phase 6. It's a very neutral zone, almost everyone is inside. That's a very nice smoke wall from Team 12. And very quick. There goes Team 7's second man down. That leaves Filco, Frost Chris, and Wesley Suezo. They're trying to push the scene. Team 5. Go guy. Everyone has eyes on him. Filco takes that finish on ABDL, JKL, GML. So ladies and gentlemen, as we are approaching phase 7, we have 8 people alive, 3 teams and 24 minutes into the match. As you can see, every team's position with a bird's eye view here. Team 7 is spread across the open fields, Team 3 on the trenches, and Team 12, one guy has the visit tower, and the other 2 people are holding the dip on the road. And there goes. Number 1 spot to Team 12 with 8 kills. That gives them 18 points into this match. Very nice job. And let's proceed to the next match of the day, which is going to be the third map, Sandhawk. And I'll approach you again when we are up in the lobby, shall we?
Look at me, Mom. I'm a pirate. You're what, son? Pirate.
Hello and welcome back everyone. This is your host SK9 from ITG. We are on to the third map of the day, which is Sandhawk. And let's look at the flight path here. It's very neutral. Almost everywhere is approachable except docks. So as we see, the barn area is heavily contested here by two teams. And we see two teams contesting Paradise. Mr. Papa Highway is also getting knocked by Winky. And a lot of contesting going on. That needed to be taken down. Not gonna finish him anyway. Hunter knocks down Mansab. Third party is a team. Gets knocked instead by Whorehouse. LBC Vibon Gaming knocking down Karku. We have Hunter knocked here. As we see, the rest of the team is very far from approaching Hunter anytime soon. Blank in his own fight against ABDL. See a lot of hot drops happening today on this map. We already know that Sandhawk has a reputation for hot drops, and we can see that happening right now. Let's see how Brank will approach ABDL here. You heard the footsteps? Well, there goes Blank as well. Back to the lobby. Very nice try from Blank here. Vicky will push the remaining two players of Team 4. Where is Amit? Amit is still far. It's a 1v2 situation for Vicky if he tries to engage in this fight. So the circle has been very kind to the people on the Ruins Island. But I'm not sure about the other teams. They have a very long distance to cover. We see Sand Pirates surrounding Team 1 here inside the house. They need to exit. Because Team 16 also needs to make its rotation inside the zone. Recent pirates approaching inside. Take some shot. Falls back. That nade didn't do any damage. Well, M249. This is what happens when you put M249 in the map. Well, Wiki did take down Manabus. 5-1 Gaming approaching Wiki. I guess that leaves Wiki completely unaware of enemy on his right side. Yes, he's still searching the houses. He's not aware. Five-1 Gaming might catch him off guard. Yes, it is. That shot from Man Sahab completely distracted Wiki, and Vibon took advantage of that situation. Very nice K9. We see here escaping with his teammates towards Dambag. Here we see Team 5 approaching in a tuk-tuk towards Team 14's player Beaks. So we're seeing some very good action from the players playing today. Well, it's Corona time. Kill him from 1 meter. Yep, that's good. No touching. Well, we see Team 17's 2 players, Oscar and 3 guys, taking the hill over Team 5. And the latter player, Wink, approaching from the southern side. So we see teams are distributed quite well around the map. Ruins are still to take. Team 6 might take that if SC Shots is not able to approach it before them. Vibe Gaming still alive. Nice shots from Whorehouse. Let's leave him there. We'll peacefully leave the body, then approach the zone where he will find Team 9 waiting for their arrival. Although this area is still empty, but oh dude, it's a nice knock from Darth. So guys, we're approaching phase 4 here with 33 people alive and 11 teams and 12 minutes into the match. I've seen a lot of bloodshed happening in the early phases as a lot of teams were hot dropping each other. They found themselves in a very close proximity to the enemy teams, which resulted in a lot of lives lost. We see Team 10's PUBG at its best. We see Team 10's Saber pushing both the teams together, though SE Shots is the only one alive. So very nice molly. Well, that leaves very limited options for Dantiaman and Bonnet Mind, as they're surrounded on two sides here, and SE Shots is covering their back. They need to win this fight, which is ahead of them. Bot Abdul nades and tries to go inside. A very nice play from Dantiaman. But we see some return fire from Saber, who's trying to escape into the zone. He is not helping his teammate. Well, he can't save him. It was a very nice play from Bot Abdul, but he is not with us anymore. Dantiaman takes another knock. Oh, he gets his finish on Bot Abdul. Team 5 restricting any kind of silly mistakes from Team 10 here. Does a team knock? Come on. And there goes. That was a very innocent mistake, I would say there. And that resulted in a very tragic ending for SE Shots. That was a very nice sniping skills from Saber. And there goes. Always check your corners. Saber finishes team 6 here on 10th spot. Well, he's very greedy. Still looting the bodies. So guys, phase 3 is closing in. We're approaching phase 4. Let's look at the map. What all fights are happening. Salman Saab's team made a very lucky recovery and lucky rotation from the Camp Alpha Island, and they're safely here in Nakam, and they are rewarded with the next zone as well. We see Amit Kolzera holding 3 players of Team 17 to escape from Sami. Yep, he heard those footsteps. He's ready for that spray. He saw Oscar AL jumping down, and there goes Amit. It's a very nice trade from 3 guys. Oscar AL will get a revive, and that leaves the southern part of the map to Team 17. Team 15 taking good control of the central hills. Salman Patel approaching his teammates. Team 12 in very close proximity with Team 9. Yep. Well, that may do any harm. A bit overreaching. And there goes Team 12 still 4 man standing, and that was a very clever push from Delta Mix's team, bagging all the knocks to their teams and collecting some good points here. Team 12, the last person alive, BCS Wadap. Will he be able to give his team's death a fair deal with killing 2 players of Team 14? Team 14 has decided to fall back. In Whorehouse, we see takes down Oscar Ale. Mansap. That is down. Pilko takes him down. a very nice spray from Roy, giving him the last kill of the match, which gives the team 8 points, 8 kills, and 18 points in total. So guys, this was a very nice Sandhawk match. We saw some intense initial hot drops happening, and very good last phase fight here. So as we are approaching the 4th match of the day, which is going to be Miramar, we're going to be joining the next match very shortly. As for the viewers who are here, I would be very thankful if you could subscribe to the channel and like the video, and we're going on a short break till we're approaching the next match. Thank you.
That's all you got.
So start from the beginning, because I'm trying to remember what you were saying.
So basically, the humans are on one.
Alright guys, we are back on the fourth match of the day, which is Miramar, and as you see the zone here, the plane path here is very southern, which will cut off many areas. If we see La area, water treatment, Cruz de Bell, Tahra Muda, Al Azhar junkyard, which is very unapproachable according to this plane path here. But let's see how everything plays out, because I mean, this kind of a plane path, we are expecting a lot of hot drops happening. Miramar, a very beautiful desert map, which is going to get an update soon as well, and we will also have Weekend D joining us back. Let's see what decisions would teams take here while tackling this kind of a plane path. So we see two teams are approaching El Pozo, city of stadiums. Yes, there goes one amphitheater, and there goes one stadium there, and there goes another. The pit of death, as we see here. Alright, anyways, getting back to the game, we see four teams actually sharing Los Leones, and this time it's not going to be a very peaceful split, because we see the southern area is contested by Team 12 and Team 17. The northern area is taken by Team 1, the western part taken by Team 3. On the eastern side, near the northern part of Puerto Pureso, we see Team 16 having a split, Impala being is at the helm of Team 15 here. Team 5 at the usual spot, Power Grid, which is very much clear for them. San Martin, as it was unapproachable for the teams here. So no one, we see San Martin, there's no one. Well, let's see. Phase 1 is very neutral. Everyone is inside the zone and will remain. I think it's going to be hot shifts happening in the 4th and 5th phase of the match. Alright, we found the weird sound. Itg Athletics team's also jumping into the action here. Unfortunately, it's knock. It's a very nice shot from Vibon Gaming. Walnut Mine approaching the higher grounds to get a better angle on the team. Lima XT takes shots on SC shots, and Team 3 is eliminated on the 14th spot. Eclectic might not be able to make it alive. He needs to touch him right now. A very nice save from Dante Amin. Some nice spams coming from Napim. Now we see Hunter's team is in a very close proximity with Team 5 here. Hunter BX as usual on the flanks. Nope, he's inside the building. Salman on the flanks. Salman is approaching Hunter very aggressively here. Well, 2 knocks from Hunter. That was a very brave try, but unfortunately he was outnumbered. He could have won this fight if it was only 2 people. Very nice play from Team 2 here. Now this same spot is being contested again, boys. Team 14 on the move on Team 5. For those who are watching us for the first time, do subscribe us and like the video. And Team 3, Team 13 also jumping on the action here, which is gonna be a very I mean this kind of situation will turn very difficult for Team 14 here. A very poor move from Lee Chine. And there goes Sen Pirates. The last guy remaining on Team 16 being kicked out of the map. Killed out of the map actually, you say so. So ladies and gentlemen, as we are approaching phase 5 here, we have 27 people alive, 26 now, and it's gonna be a much lower number after a few seconds. That's a very beautiful nade. One single shot from Nando will eliminate Roy. And there goes Narpim. Hulko trying to sneak in from the blue. I don't think so he'll be able to survive the impact of the zone. Though still very optimistic. Yeah, exactly behind very chaotic. Salman may find a chicken cutter at any moment. I mean, yep, I think he saw him. Yes, that's a very brave spray, very brilliant spray from Salman. Takes down chicken cutter, and is now experiencing some third-party shots from Walnut Mine. Well, during the same time, Walnut Mine finds one guy on Team 14. Well, Nando gives away to the zone. Athletic's team will take advantage of their dire situation. Insecurity is still healing Nando, trying to fall inside the zone. Walnut Mine has eyes on him. He's baiting the outside. Athletic in turn for the trade here. His spot. He did. And we see Athletic getting shot from Team 15's NVRG, who steals, who flushes out Athletic and takes 1 point on his team. So we see phase 6, phase 5 here on the northern western side, having good areas of the hill and few of the compounds still inside the zone, making it a difficult time for Team 12 to make it inside. As we see, Team 15 has a good area control on the southeastern side, which will create some issues for Team 12 to rotate in. Team 15 in a very good spot here, widely spread. Hello, Games Saver. Alright, Team 12, very impressive. They're inside the zone. Let's see if Shohei Gaming can find some points on Team 12. He's too visioned on the babies here. Don't mind. Approaching Team 5 as they take shots on the enemies below, unaware of the enemies on the left. Well, bot Roy with a very brilliant trade here. And there goes Team 6. Bye bye, GG. Very good try from Wallet Mind and Danteman. See you in the next match. GG Team 5 with 14 kills. That gives them 24 points. It's a very nice lead on the 4th match. Let's approach the 5th match of the day, which is going to be Miramar again. And do subscribe our channel and hit that like button, and do share it with people who you think might interest. So guys, thank you for joining us, and let's approach the 5th match and we shall go on a short break.
I scooped up in my Lambo dark blue. I got rides like most amusement parks do. The first time we had sex, I swear sparks flew. I came back for that ass like part two. Philly fresh, I'm from the home of the cheesy steak. I never cut you short like abbreviate. Besides West Philly, shorty never had a dude. Mobile status, baby, never get the status screwed.
Oh, a little adventure is all I really need. Oh, a little adventure is all I really need. I really need.
Philly fresh, I'm from the home of the cheesy steak. I never cut you short like abbreviate. Besides West Philly, shorty never had a dude. Mobile status, baby, never get the status screwed. Mobile status, baby, never get the status screwed.
Okay.
Oh, a little adventure is all I really need. Oh, a little adventure is all I really need.
Philly fresh, I'm from the home of the cheesy steak. I never cut you short like abbreviate. Besides West Philly, shorty never had a dude. Mobile status, baby, never got the status screwed. Mobile status, baby, never get the status screwed.
Alright guys, we are back. This is your host SK9. Sorry to interrupt that good music, but unfortunately we need to get back to the map. And let's get back to the game here. As you can see, the zone is approaching from Puerto Progreso and goes all the way towards Alcantara. So let's see what all approaches will the team apply when going for their drop locations here. Well, as we can see, it's an early contest by Sen Pirates. I guess he is not contesting him. Flank is very much safe, but they're in very close proximity to each other. We can see again Los Leones are being contested. Two teams in the northern side. Well, we see the west and the southern side only having one team on them. San Martin, this time we'll see two teams. Eclectic Teams gets the first kill of the match by eliminating Saber. Hacienda all alone for Team 9. In El Pozo we see that three teams are contesting each other, though there was some initial shots fired by Vibon, taking down Insecurities. And Insecurities is the second guy to leave the match. That gives us Eclectic and Vibon, the first people to score kills on the map. Well, as we see, Phase 1 has taken a northwestern turn here, covering Alcantara, starting from the northern side of Chumacera, Montenuvo, and Alcantara, La Corberia, Crater Fields. Few compounds on the western side of water treatment. This is going to be an interesting rotation because El Pozo teams will have enough time to fight each other off. We will see some rotations happening from the teams in Los Leones, teams in Impala, and teams playing the Junkyard split here. Well, let's see what's happening here in Los Leones. Mansab throws a weapon on TP Rains, maintaining distance during the times of Corona. So nice camping by Whorehouse to score 1 kill. And ABDL JKL fighting in El Pozo, killing Nando and Beaks, Delta Mix. That leaves Delta Mix the only guy alive. Unfortunate, but they did very well. Next time they might rethink their take on landing in El Pozo. Let's continue to the fight in Los Leones. That will be an interesting spot, hanging on to the balcony of this construction site, taking all the sounds here. Very well played, Bansab. Well, the northern part is clear now. El poor Delta Max. Is everyone taking shots on him? That's a very interesting parkour move from Wink. Very unapproachable spot. No one can sneak in from behind. I'll keep this in mind. Alright, there goes Team 6. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Well, actually, the spot Wink has here gives him eyes on a very wide area. Well, the advantages comes with some disadvantages. Everyone can see him. Of course, he'll be the one taking shots from everywhere. I think Team 14's Delta Mix will need to spend some time on the roof here till everything cools down. These are very far from. Will that need do anyhow? That did land on the roof though, but very far from Delta Mix. Let's look at the map and see where the rest of the teams are and how are they doing in the map. That's a very nice smoke. Let's see what's there in the drop. Well, as you can see, everyone is respecting the coronavirus procedures here. Everyone's trying to finish the kill from far, no one's trying to punch or anything. Stay safe, my friend. And there goes. So ladies and gentlemen, as we are approaching phase 5 here, we are almost 16 minutes into the match with 28 people alive, 12 teams, and as we have seen, El Pozo's team has been very lucky with the zone being gifted to them almost the 4th time in a row. Let's see if the next phase will also be bestowing upon their souls this opportunity of holding their grounds, or will they need to make a move? Team 16 approaching the northern side. It seems pretty clear for them. It's gonna be, and if they can have a good split between these shacks and the hills here, they'll have a good sight over the map. Team 12 holding a good spot in the shacks and the split on the hill. But B-Fox escapes the clutches. Totally safe, out of the line of sight of Glooby Sunday here, who's the only guy remaining on teammate. Well, I guess he's doing a big mistake. And I don't know if he spots him. Oh, Delta Max. Where have you been, brother? You're still alive on the roof with an M4 and a mini in your hand, no helmets, one smoke and 5 bandages only. Very low on supply here though, but he has made it to top 10. Congrats on that, Delta Mix. You see Kindred taking some kills on gamers here. And there goes QRT. Will finish him. Indeed he does. Now his job is done here on this part of the hill. He will move back to the safety of his teammates who are still in El Pozo. So we see here the zone has been very kind to the teams in El Pozo here. They're still inside the zone. Well, what can we say? This was their fate from the very beginning. The zone favored the 3 teams who are already inside there, and they've been holding their ground since then. I see shots, very nice camping. This will extend his life and his team's position in the game. Well, let's see how the mirror is looking here. Well, they did a nice job. They look a bit rusty here. But I like Modern Warfare's Warzone's mirror much better. It's good. It's good from the far though. Well, there goes the VFox Whitey. See you tomorrow, bro. Well, the crawling won't help. Not sure anymore. Well, let's look at the bird eye view of the situation here. So on the northern side we have Team 4 holding the central and the northern parts, eastern parts actually. You see, QRT is still outside, he couldn't make it inside. Bristol's approaching towards QRT. QRT takes shots on him. So we think Wades made it safely inside. Team 12 I guess still struggling here. Wades might be able to have a vision on them though. Well, there goes. But this now, they're safe. They're still taking some shots. You know he can't make it inside. There goes Team 16's brisk kills. What up? Will he get a res here? Yes, he will. It's screaming and healthy position here. Well, not very easy to spot. You might need some extra sensory things here to know if weights is below you or not. Well, we have this amphitheater taken in the helm of Team 15. Well, somehow Team 12 is safely inside. Delta Max in full action, taking some shots on the enemies now. Well, it's a good time to take the jump, dude. Well, he could have survived longer, but losing 3 teammates in the early phase and then surviving for the last phase and getting eliminated in the 7th spot is almost in itself a very lucky thing for you, though. But anyways, we'll see you tomorrow. Delta Mix. So there goes boys and girls. It's a Pecado ending and the last match. And Waits finds FA shots there. As he was trying to flank and take shots on Wadap. Very nice reaction from Waits. That is a very nice play from Vids. 4 kills on him. Let's see if he'll be able to make it alive. That's a 4v1 situation. Let's see how he plays this one. Wow, we have had a very nice ending. So there goes team 4 with 10 kills and the chicken dinner that gives them 20 points into the game. So guys, this brings us to the end of today's all the 5 matches. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and we do have the pleasure of having you on this channel, and that makes us very happy. And please let us know in the comments, how do you think the stream went? Would you like to see any changes? Would you like to see any upcoming content which you are expecting? And we can provide you with that. And hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye. And let's end the stream with this happy note here. Thank you so much for joining, everyone.